Congratulations on this. I think it's the cleverest film I've seen in a very, very long time. I was saying it reminds me of going back to things like the original Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy TV series. And your character has the same economy of speech and movement that Sir Alec Guinness put into Smiley. So how was it bringing that, for the whole first half hour, we hardly even hear you. So what was it like for you?
It was really refreshing, actually, and I think it's going to be refreshing for audiences as well, not to have the character spoon-fed and mapped out for them. I think it keeps us leaning in as a process of discovery as an audience to kind of wonder, who is this guy, what makes him tick, what's driving them. And I have to say, for me as an actor, it was similar as well. It was really a journey of discovery because we were working and reworking the script as we were shooting, making discoveries. David has the kind of bravery and the openness to kind of really concoct new scenes from scratch on a Sunday that we're going to be shooting on Monday. So I think that kind of mystery surrounding the character will be engaging for audiences, and for us as filmmakers, it was like we were discovering who this is as well in real time.
And another thing I loved was that your character uses the old style technology to defeat the bug taps and the cameras and wiretaps and everything. For you, what's the pleasure in almost a good old fashioned espionage story?
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely an homage to those 1970s thrillers, those old school thrillers where you didn't have all the technology that you have now, and so you have to rely on your wits and on ingenuity, and actually the delay of technology, the friction of technology becomes a part of the story rather than the accessibility that technology gives you now. I really love films like Michael Clayton. I love The Conversation. I love these movies. And so David was very clear about wanting to do his take on those. And those are the kind of movies that don't get made anymore. Those are the kind of movies that we really want to try and bring back if possible. I love them. I think there are loads of people out there that love them. So it was really an honor to try and kind of take the spirit of those films and, bring them forwards now.
Yeah. And obviously in the past you've played characters up against an evil empire. In this case, you're up against evil billionaire corporations. There are some similarities in there as well as differences. Yeah. Which would fill you with more dread as a person?
I think there is something really unique about this. This character is almost like he's an everyman, but to the extent to which he is taking on the forces of evil, or he's some kind of superhero, if you want to think of it in that way. He's like this kind of anti-capitalist superhero who is hiding amongst the working class immigrants of New York City, the people who are usually invisible and unseen, and his ability to blend into them is his superpower. So I think there's a really interesting statement here that captures the public mood. Right now, I think people feel as though the game is rigged, the world is not fair, and they often wish they had a character like mine to kind of look out for them and take on these big corporations.
And just lastly, it's such a great story about doing the right thing, no matter what the cost, and that's always going to be, a story worth telling. Do you think we're seeing more good stories like this nowadays, or are these hard to find?
Yeah, I think this is absolutely the question at the heart of this film. Are you willing to do the right thing at any cost? And that's a question we're all having to ask ourselves right now. The world is a very unstable place. The world is unpredictable. The world feels very unfair. And we have to kind of make a decision. Are we going to go along with the injustices that we're surrounded by? Or are we going to kind of try and do the right thing, even if it means we might lose something? That's certainly what my character has to ask themselves. And I hope that when audiences leave this film, they'll be thinking along similar lines and trying to have those discussions for themselves. There's a lot of discussions to have after this film, because I've seen a lot of people coming out of this movie going like, did you see that thing coming? Did you see that twist coming? It's got a lot of twists and turns in it.
Yeah, I want to go back and watch it again and see all the little clues I missed, but congratulations on this and thank you so much for speaking to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey You Guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!